in connecting with your audience in your speeches. Our next speaker has faced this challenge as well. And a few years ago, he learned a simple, effective way to connect with any audience, anytime. Would you like to know? Pay attention. Tonight, you will learn this easy way to connect with your next speaking audience. So please put your paper down. Join me in welcoming our very own Tim Wilson.
Got a secret. Want to hear it?
Yes.
One. Good. That's good. Only takes one. Using this secret, you can connect with your audience anytime, anywhere, anyhow, any when. It's something that I just learned a couple years ago. Wish I'd known it 10 years ago when I first started Toastmasters. Would have been such a better speaker, but I'm getting better now, having learned it. Interested? It's a simple thing to do. Simple thing I discovered. Okay. Now, if you don't want to hear the secret, cover your ears. You might be wondering, Tim, have you always been interested in connecting with the audience? No, I haven't. Tonight you're going to hear about that. How to connect with the audience anytime, anywhere. The thing that most speakers do wrong. How to make sure you don't make that same mistake. And you learn all of this time your speech is over. As I said, I haven't always been interested in connecting with the audience. When I first came to Toastmasters, I was just interested in giving a speech, becoming a better speaker. Does that make sense? Who came to Toastmasters to become a better speaker? Anyone? Good. Exactly. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that most people come to Toastmasters to become better speakers. Is that reasonable? Yeah, so when I came here, I just wanted to become a better speaker. And I heard about the Competent Communication Manual. Do you know about this? Aaron does. That's good. Maybe Ken. Now, you've been in Toastmasters for a while. You know about the Competent Communication Manual. Because it's the manual you get mailed to you right when you join. If you've been in Toastmasters for a while and you don't know about the Competent Communication Manual, check your mailbox. In the Competent Communication Manual, if you don't know about it, it steps you through 10 basic speaking projects. Each project develops a different speaking skill. And the first project is called the icebreaker. Kind of getting your feet wet. You heard Ittihaj give that today. And the instructions in the icebreaker were just talk about yourself. And I thought, I can do that. And then I read on for 4 to 6 minutes. A little bit of a stretch, but I thought, okay, I'll work on it. Maybe I can do that. But just talk about myself, no problem. So I worked on my speech, got up there, prepared. Unlike Ittihaj, I like to prepare for speeches, call me crazy. And I talked for 4 minutes, 1 second. I sat down quickly. See the green? Green means go. Right back. You've been there. And I got through it. I got through the experience. So I went to the next speech, all about organizing your speech. So I thought, okay, some great things in the book about how to organize, how to go through, and all the different things of organization. The only thing where I look through and it's nothing about what I should talk about. So I thought, well, talked about myself in the first speech, I'll just talk about myself in the second speech. And by the time I got to the third speech, that was working so well, I just kept it up. I just kept doing speech after speech about myself until by the time I got to the next speech, I was really good at talking about me. And the things I was interested in. And I practiced this skill for 8 years. Talking about myself, talking about me, all the things I was interested in. I got really, really good at it. I go to other different Toastmasters clubs and I'm regaled with me. Until in this very room, Rocky Romero. You know Rocky? You know Rocky? Ken knows Rocky? A few other people? Okay. If you don't know Rocky, Rocky was the founder of the club and a middle-aged guy. Most importantly, he's a professional salesperson and professional speaker. I learned something every time I talked to Rocky. So Rocky happened to be in the room, so I was excited, so I was giving my speech. It was all about my career as a secretary. That's the most interesting thing. Booking planes and booking conference rooms. I talked about this stuff 5 to 7 minutes. I finish it, and I go over to Rocky. I'm so excited. I'm going to get some great feedback. I said, Rocky, what did you think of my speech? Rocky said, Tim, you talked about being a secretary for 5 to 7 very long minutes. And it didn't seem that relevant to everybody, and it didn't seem to involve anybody. I said, well, Rocky, that's how Toastmasters works. I get up here and talk about myself, and about how bored the audience is, they have to clap. We just learned that today, right? And then afterwards, I sit down, and then somebody else gets up. No matter how bored I am with them, I have to listen, and I have to clap. That's how Toastmasters works. Tim, in the real world, not only don't they have to clap, they can walk out on you if they don't like it. Whoa! Never thought about that, Rocky. What do I do? Tim, don't worry. There's a simple thing you can do. One word you can use to connect with your audience. Yeah, right, Rocky. Right, one word I can use to connect with any audience I want, anytime I want, right? That's what you're telling me. One word, just one word change. Well, Mr. Magnificent, what is this magical word I'm supposed to use? What is this great word? Rocky told me the one word to use to connect any audience, anytime, anywhere, anyhow. And when it's a lesson I learned then, I have not forgotten it to this day. Tim, the word is you. Use the you in your speeches. Rocky went on to explain what happens. You start out in Toastmasters talking about yourself or what you're interested in. And you just keep that up. And you become very, very good about talking about yourself. And something else happens. Not intended, but it happens just as well. And you learn it just as well. You get very, very good at ignoring your audience. Talk about yourself, but you ignore the audience. And over all the speeches, you continue doing that, just ignoring the audience. And it doesn't stop there. Evaluations, Toastmasters is evaluations for one person, the speaker only. So Karen's speaker. A Toastmaster evaluation goes like this. I talk to Karen, and I ignore you. I ignore my audience. Table topics. Talk about something that interests you. And bores them. Talk about yourself. That's the challenge. Ignore your audience. What's the word you hear most commonly in speeches?
Hi.
Thank you, Jeff. And I'll give you runner-up award. Thank you, Amy. Exactly, I. What's the word you hear next most often? We, yes. And sometimes, a lot of those. We. They say, we do this. We all do this. We're this way. We're all together on this. You ever heard we and thought, not me. Not a chance. They may do that, but I ain't doing that. No way. Instead, use the you. You connects. If you've never done this, you might be interested to know, have you ever, did you ever, could you ever, would you ever, should you ever? You. It's a magical word. Connects people just like that. Because once you hear the word you think, who, me? Talking about me. Exactly. So, use the you. Now, you might be thinking, Tim, I like the Toastmasters way. I've been doing it for years. I'm not going to stop now. I'm going to talk about myself, whatever else I'm interested in. The audience can just do whatever they do. And I say, fine. You want people to not remember your message? Fine, ignore the audience. You want people to not pay attention? Ignore the audience. If you want people to forget what you say the moment it comes out of your mouth, just forget the audience. Ignore them. They're just too stupid anyway. But if you want to connect deeply with people, use the you. If you want your message to be remembered, use the you. If you want to give a message that people remember for days, weeks, months, years afterwards, use the you. Once you use the you, you'll discover that once you give everybody credit out there and start acknowledging them, they acknowledge you. You start to lift up a little bit. Elevate yourself. Connect in deeply. It's a one-step process, just using the word you more and more. It's a simple thing to do, instant audience connection, and the audience starts enjoying the speech more. You start enjoying being up here more. Covered a lot of things today. Don't expect to remember everything. If you forget everything, just remember this one thing. For the very next speech that you do, always remember, use the you.